Well, good evening and welcome to Weslaco East High School. We are at the Weslaco East softball field where tonight your Weslaco East Lady Wildcats taking on the Lady Yellow Jackets from Edcouch Elsa. Of course, the Lady Wildcats still sitting in second place in district play, wanting to contend for that district title, looking for a big win tonight. Let's give you the lineup for the Lady Yellow Jackets. Leading off going to be the right fielder, Valerie Arellano. Batting second will be the pitcher, Ocean Gomez. Batting third is going to be the catcher, Samantha Sines. Batting fourth, the designated hitter, Michaela Garcia. Batting fifth, Destiny Munoz. She'll be playing shortstop. Batting sixth, the second baseman, Kaylee Gonzalez. Batting seventh, first pitch is swung on and fouled back. Batting seventh for the Lady Yellow Jackets, Sara Zumbillo at first base. Batting eighth, the left fielder, Josie Alvarado. And batting ninth, the center fielder, Alexis Ramirez. 0-1 to count to the leadoff batter, Valerie Arellano, the right fielder, batting from the left side of the plate. Second pitch misses outside. In the circle for your Lady Wildcats, Melissa Cabrera. She had a great outing the other night as your Lady Wildcats beat up on the Lady Vikings of Brownsville Pace. Get back to that in just a little bit, but 1-1 is the count. Swung on right back to the pitcher Cabrera, and a quick toss to Cecilia Bautista for out number one. Before we continue that story with the Lady Vikings, let's give you the defensive lineup for your Lady Wildcats. In left field, Ariana Cabrera. In center field, Dion Lopez. In right field, Ambrosio Peña. At first base, Cecilia Bautista. At second base, Magali Larriaga. At third base, Mia Silva. At shortstop, Ashley Garcia. Behind the plate doing the catching tonight is J.C. Casares. And in your circle, as we mentioned earlier, Melissa Cabrera. First pitch is in there for strike one. Ocean Gomez, the pitcher for the Lady Yellow Jackets, in the box, and she looks at that first one go by for strike one. Second one is looked at as it goes by for strike two. So again, just what we saw the other night, Melissa Cabrera getting ahead of the count early on her batters. So 0-2 the count on the second batter of the night, Ocean Gomez. That one misses just a bit outside for ball one. Swung on and missed for strike number three. So that's the first strikeout recorded tonight for Melissa Cabrera. And that's going to bring up the catcher, Samantha Sines. First pitch is swung on right to the third baseman, Mia Flores. She'll pick it up, fire it to first base for out number three. So it's a 1-2-3 inning for your Lady Wildcats. Lady Wildcats coming up to bat. Welcome back, Weslaco East High School. We are at the Weslaco East softball field. Tonight, your Lady Wildcats taking on the Lady Yellow Jackets of Edcouch Elsa. 1-2-3 inning for the Lady Wildcats as we begin the first. And your Lady Wildcats batting order is as follows. Leading it off is going to be the pitcher, Melissa Cabrera. Batting second, the left fielder, Ariana Cabrera. Batting third, the catcher, J.Z. Casares. In the cleanup spot is going to be the first baseman, Cecilia Bautista. The designated players batting fifth, Ariel Lopez. Batting sixth is going to be the shortstop, Ashley Garcia. At center field, batting 7th is Dion Lopez. Batting 9th, Ambrosia Peña out in right field. And the flex player playing second base tonight, Magali Lariaga, batting 9th. Edcouch Elsa is going to send Ocean Gomez to the circle for the pitching duties tonight. And here comes the first pitch of the night. And that's a breaking ball catching the outside corner for strike 1. Another breaking ball. This one goes the opposite way to second baseman Kaylee Gonzalez. She picks it up, fires it to first for out number 1. So that's going to bring up the left fielder, Ariana Cabrera.
Walking up to the plate for the Lady Wildcats is number 16, Nana Cabrera.
And just like we saw the other night, the wind is blowing out to left field. But tonight it's a little heavier than it was last week on Thursday when we were last here, or Friday night, I don't remember. But nonetheless, it was blowing. But tonight it's blowing a little stronger. So we had a couple of balls sent outside the park by your Lady Wildcats. We'll see if we get some tonight as well. First pitch in there for strike 1. Second pitch misses outside for ball 1. So 1 ball, 1 strike on the batter, the left fielder, Ariana Cabrera. Ariana batting from the left side of the plate. That one outside as well, ball 2. 2 balls and a strike on the left fielder, Ariana Cabrera. Outside for ball 3. Cabrera saw the first pitch go in for strike, and the last 3 have missed outside, and now she finds herself ahead of the count. 3 balls and a strike. That one misses high, ball 4. So the Lady Wildcats have their first runner on tonight. On first base is Ariana Cabrera. And that's going to bring up the catcher, J.Z. Cazares. First pitch in there for strike 1. That one misses outside for ball 1. The count is even at 1 ball and 1 strike on the catcher, J.C. Cazares. Outside, ball 2. Samantha Signs, the catcher, calls the timeout as she's hoping that we don't see a deja vu of what we saw with the previous batter, first pitch strike. And the next one's all outside for balls. And, of course, we know that Ariana Cabrera is on base on balls. So 2 balls, 1 strike on the catcher, J.Z. Cazares. That one misses as well. 3 balls and a strike. Fouled back out of play. This time the foul ball did not come my way, as we did see last time we were here.
Balls to the home side dugout.
So the count is now full at 3 balls and 2 strikes. Runner at first, 1 out here in the bottom of the first. Still no score between the Lady Wildcats and the Lady Jackets. Misses outside for ball 4. So back-to-back walks issued by Ocean Gomez.
Next batter up is number 24, Ceci Bautista.
Cecilia Bautista, one of the 2 homers the other night. So with the wind blowing out to left, if she catches one, it could easily find its way on the other side of the fence. That first pitch misses way outside for ball 1. High for ball 2. That one catches inside corner for strike 1. Quick toss to first base. Gossett is back in with plenty of time. So the count is 2 balls and a strike on the first baseman, Cecilia Bautista. Swung on and fouled back. Strike 2. So the count is even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Misses outside. The count is full. Full count with 1 out. Runners at first and second. Bautista at the plate for your Lady Wildcats. Misses high. So the bases are now loaded. After forcing a ground out to the first batter, Gomez has issued 3 straight walks to load the bases. And that's going to bring up Ariel Lopez. Ariel with a couple of solid hits the other night to left field. Couple of doubles. And I believe her total RBI count was 5 for the night. So this is another on this Lady Wildcat team that has some pop at the plate. And again, as we mentioned, that wind is blowing out to left. So after the timeout, we're back to live action. Gomez makes her way to the rubber. First pitch in there for strike 1. Really haven't seen the Lady Wildcats going after the first pitch. Again, we got to remember, she's issued 3 straight walks. So being patient at the plate is going to be key right now. Swung on, this one to second base. Bobbled by the second baseman Gonzalez. 1 run will score. 2 runs will score. And your Lady Wildcats are up 2-0.
Stepping up to the plate for the Lady Wildcats is
So with one out, runners at first and second, that's going to bring up the shortstop, Ashley Garcia. Catching the outside corner with that first pitch for strike one. Garcia with a couple of singles the other night, uses that slap bat motion. That one misses high. Running, trying to advance to third, and she's in there safe. There was nobody at third base as the third baseman, Mia Flores, came in. Munoz wasn't expecting Bautista to take third, and so no one covering third. Bautista smartly makes her way to third, even though it was a close play, but she was still smart enough to notice there was no one there. So both runners advance, and runners at second and third. And that pitch misses high for ball two. Swung on, popped up to center field. Center fielder running in is Ramirez, and a tag and a throw to the plate. And Bautista with a great move, avoiding the tag. Catcher trying to make a case that she was out of play. But a great move by Bautista to avoid the tag and make it in for the third run for your Wildcats tonight. And now your Wildcats are up by a score of 3-0. There are two outs here in the bottom of the first, and that's going to bring up the center fielder, Dion Lopez. First pitch misses outside for ball one. Outside corner for strike one. One ball, one strike. That pitch misses high and away for ball two. Swung on and missed. Evens up the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Two outs here in the bottom of the first. Lady Wildcats up 3-0. Swing and a miss, strike three for out number 3. But not before the Lady Wildcats bring 3 across here in the bottom of the first. We've played 1 here at Weslaco East. It's your Lady Wildcats 3, the Lady Jackets nothing.
Before David Lozano started practicing law, he was a student at Weslaco ISD. He participated in UIL athletics. He was a regional qualifier. He earned college credits through the dual enrollment program. After high school, he attended the University of Texas before graduating from St. Mary's School of Law. Now he helps people in need as an attorney. WISD is home to some of the most prestigious graduates in the Rio Grande Valley. For David Lozano, Weslaco ISD was the right choice.
We head to the second inning. Lady Wildcats up 3-0. Melissa Cabrera in the circle for your Lady Wildcats, and she's going to face batters 4, 5, and 6 in Michaela Garcia, Destiny Munoz, and Kaylee Gonzalez. First pitch low for ball one. Swung on, shortstop Ashley Garcia cannot handle it, and it makes its way all the way to the fence. And Destiny Munoz is in her, making the round on her way to second for a stand-up double.
Up next to bat for Edcouch Elsa is number 10, Destiny Munoz.
So that'll bring up the shortstop, Destiny Munoz. Bunt down, picked up by Cabrera. Toss to first to Bautista for out number one. So a quick toss to third base just in case they try to get cute and Garcia maybe overruns or makes the turn, who knows. But nothing doing. She's in there safely. But one out, and that's going to bring up the second baseman, Kaylee Gonzalez. Looks like Edcouch Elsa opting to do a little small ball here in the second inning. First pitch swung on, fouled back for strike one. So a little switcheroo between Mia Silva and Ashley Garcia. Swung on, second baseman picks it up. Larriaga tosses it to Bautista for out number one. There is a run that does score though. So the Lady Wildcats opt to let the run come in and take care of business in getting out number two, and that's going to bring up the first baseman, Sara Zumbillo. Swung on to the third baseman. Silva knocks it down. Picked up by the pitcher. Not in time.
Up next to bat is number 11.
So Zumbillo in safely at first. So that's going to bring up the left fielder, Josie Alvarado. First pitch misses outside for ball one. Swung on, hit to right field. It's going to catch the gap and make its way to the fence. Picked up by the right fielder, Peña. Fires it in quickly to the shortstop, Garcia, to keep the runners from advancing to home. But that's a double for Alvarado. And now we've got runners at second and third with 2 outs, and that'll bring up the center fielder, Alexis Ramirez. First pitch swung on and fouled back. Swing and a miss for strike 2. Little high for ball 1. 1 ball, 2 strikes on the batter, Alexis Ramirez. That one catches the outside corner for strike 3. So a very timely strikeout by Cabrera to end the inning, but not before the Lady Yellow Jackets bring 1 across on 2 hits. We head to the bottom of the second. It's your Lady Wildcats 3, the Lady Jackets 1.
Before Christine McCleary was a physical therapist, she was an honor student at Weslaco ISD, played sports, and was a cheerleader. She graduated from Ohio State University, then physical therapy school at Texas State University. Now she is Dr. Christine McCleary at Triumph Therapy and part of the clinical faculty at UTRGV School of Medicine. Weslaco ISD is home to some of the most prestigious graduates in the Rio Grande Valley. For Christine McCleary, WISD was the right choice.
Head to the bottom of the second. Lady Wildcats up 3-1. Lady Wildcats will send batters 8, 9, and 1 to the plate. Ambrosio Peña, Magali Larriaga, and Melissa Cabrera.
Next at bat for the Lady Wildcats is number 13, Brody Lynn.
Catching the outside corner for strike 1. So the count is now even at a ball and a strike. Swung on, fouled back, strike 2. Swung on, fouled in foul territory. Catcher and first baseman cannot get to it, so that one falls, and the count will remain 1 ball and 2 strikes. Swung on, fouled back. Count remains the same at 1 ball and 2 strikes. So great job by Peña to swing at anything close, knock it back. This one also fouled down the right field side, almost in the Yellow Jacket dugout. And again, the count remains 1 ball and 2 strikes. Outside, 2 balls, 2 strikes on the batter, Peña. They're going to see if she goes around. They're going to say she did not. So the count is now full at 3 balls and 2 strikes. That one inside for ball 4.
Up to bat for the Lady Wildcats is the number 0, Mia Silva.
That'll bring up the third baseman, Mia Silva. Showing bunt, brings it back. They're going to say that she did not bring it back on time, so that's strike 1. This time she puts it down, but it bounces back off the plate for strike 2. Misses outside for ball 1. 1 ball, 2 strikes on the batter, Silva. Misses low for ball 2. Quick throw over to first. Back on plenty of time is Peña. Swung and a miss for strike 3. So out number 1 is recorded here in the second, and we head to the top of the order, and it's going to be the pitcher, Melissa Cabrera. Outside corner for strike 1. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Nothing and 2 the count on Cabrera. Catcher goes out to have a few words with the pitcher. Signs it Gomez. That one catches the outside corner for strike number 3. So Gomez has 3 strikeouts tonight. We've got 2 outs here in the second. A runner at first in Ambrosia Peña. And that'll bring up the left fielder, Ariana Cabrera.
Is number 16, Nana Cabrera.
First pitch swung on, sailing to left field, tailing out of play, and that is strike number one. Swing and a miss, strike two. Outside, ball one. Timeout called by Cabrera. It's granted. She steps out, collects her thoughts, takes a few swings, and now she's back in the box. High and outside for ball two. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs here in the second inning. Swung on, fouled back, out of play. Count remains 2-2.
Please return all foul balls to the home side dugout.
Swung on right back at the pitcher. Picks it up, fires it to first for out number 3, and the inning is over. We had no hits, no runs, 1 runner left on. We played 2 here at Wildcats softball field. It's your Lady Wildcats 3, the Lady Jackets 1.
East side, south side. East side, south side. East side, south side.
We head to the top of the 3rd inning. Lady Jackets will send Ariano to get things started. Ariano grounded to the pitcher her first time up. First pitch misses, ball 1. Looks at that one go by for ball 2. So 2 balls, no strikes on the batter, Valerie Arellano. Swung on and fouled back for strike 1. Beginning to drizzle here at Weslaco East softball field. We were anticipating a cold front blowing through tonight, and it looks like it's making its way here. Two-one to count on Arellano. Swing and a miss for strike two. This one is fly to left field. Outfield was playing up, so it makes its way to the fence. Alvarado can't get to it, and quickly Arellano running down to third base.
Batting next for the Lady Yellow Jackets is number 1, Ocean Gomez.
So a double for Arellano, and she advances on the throw. So she's at third base, and that's going to bring up the pitcher, Ocean Gomez. Gomez struck out her first time up at bat. Showing bunt. This one is fouled back, strike one. Nothing to one to count to Gomez. This one fouled back out of play, and Cabrera finds herself ahead of the count, 0-2.
Just a reminder to please return all foul balls to the home side dugout.
This one to right field. Second baseman gets under it. And a tag made by Arellano, and she's going to score. So a fly out to the second baseman,
Edcouch Elsa is number 12, Samantha Sainz.
Magali Lariaga. But Arellano heads up play, tagging up and scoring to make it a one-run ball game. First pitch swung on. Garcia knocks it down, but cannot make a play on it. So that's a base hit for Sainz.
Batting up next for the Lady Yellow Jackets is number 3, Michaela Garcia.
So we hear the coach having some words with the umpire, saying that he's going to have a courtesy runner come in. And that'll bring up Michaela Garcia. So Michaela had a double her first time up, and she scored. First pitch swung on, fouled back, strike one. There's an intentional walk put on. So Garcia is at first. Signs advances to second.
Next bat is number 10, Destiny Munoz.
So that'll bring up Destiny Munoz. Munoz grounded out to the pitcher her first time up at bat tonight. Swung on and missed for strike one. Swung on, fouled. Catches a netting, makes his way back onto the field. Strike two. So Cabrera ahead in the count, 0-2 to the batter, Destiny Munoz. Swung on, foul ball down the first base side of the field, so the count remains 0-2. Swung on, back behind the catcher. Cáceres can't get to it, so the count again stays 0-2. Nothing to two the count to the batter. Runners at first and second, one out. Swung on, gets by the third baseman to left field and quickly thrown in by Alvarado. By Cabrera, excuse me. Cabrera's out and left, and she gets it in quickly. So the bases are now loaded.
Up next to bat for Edcouch Elsa is number 14, Kaylee Gonzalez.
So one out, bases loaded. That'll bring up Kaylee Gonzalez. Kaylee grounded out to second her first time up at bat. Swung on, this one to center field. Back goes the center fielder, Dion Lopez, and makes a great grab. Samantha Signs at third base, tags up, scores to tie up the game at 3. So with 2 outs, that's going to bring up Samantha Zumbillo.
Sarah Zumbillo.
Zumbillo reached on an error her first time up. First pitch misses inside for ball 1. Strike 1. Timeout called by the batter. It's granted to her. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs here in the third. Swung on, fly ball. Ashley Garcia comes under it, grabs it for out number 3. But not before the Yellow Jackets score 2 more here in the third to tie it at 3. We head to the bottom of the third. It is a tie ball game between your Lady Cats and the Yellow Jackets, tied up at 3.
Before Danya Pulido became an attorney, she was a student at Weslaco ISD. She was a member of the National Honor Society and a cheerleader. She earned her degree from St. Mary's University, then graduated from St. Mary's University School of Law. Now she is Danya Pulido, attorney at law for Texas Legal Services Center in Austin. Weslaco ISD is home to some of the most prestigious graduates in the Rio Grande Valley. For Danya Pulido, Weslaco ISD was the right choice.
Rain continues to come down as we head to the bottom of the third inning. Lady Wildcats are going to send batters 4, 5, and 6 to the, batters 3, 4, and 5 to the plate. JZ Cáceres, Cecilia Bautista, and Ariel Lopez. Gomez still in the circle for the Yellow Jackets. Cáceres walked her last time up. Swung on, grounder to the shortstop, picked up by Munoz, but she can't handle it cleanly. Opts not to throw it to first, and Cáceres is in there with a base hit. That'll bring up Bautista. Bautista also walked her first time up at bat. Going back to Cáceres' at bat, she walked and scored, and as did Bautista. Last week, these two ladies had back-to-back home runs. Shows bunt, brings the ball back, the bat back, and Cáceres steals second on her way to third, makes it to third safely as the ball goes errantly over the head of the third baseman. So quickly, the Lady Wildcats have a runner at third base. One strike on Bautista. Misses outside, count 1 ball and 1 strike. Correction on the count. It is now 3 balls and no strikes. And an errant throw from the catcher to the pitcher allows Cáceres to come in and score. So Cáceres with some very nifty base running here in the third inning brings around the first run for your Lady Wildcats here in the third. And the count is now 3 balls and no strikes on the batter, Cecilia Bautista. Inside and low for ball 4, excuse me. That's the second walk for Bautista here tonight.
Next at bat for the Lady Wildcats is number 5, Ariel Lopez.
And that's going to bring up Ariel Lopez. Lopez is 1 for 1 tonight. She had a single her first time up. Out there talking to the coaching staff as the catcher decides to take some time to go speak with her pitcher. So here comes Lopez back into the batter's box. First pitch in there for strike one. Swing and a miss for strike two. Breaking ball misses for ball one. Looks at that one for called strike three. So that's the first out recorded here in the bottom of the third. And that'll bring up the shortstop, Ashley Garcia. Catches the outside corner for strike one. Outside, ball one. 1 ball and 1 strike on the shortstop, Garcia. This one slapped up the middle. Second baseman picks it up, makes a tag for out one. Cannot make a play on the runner. So Garcia reaches first on a fielder's choice. And that'll bring up the center fielder, Dion Lopez. Bunt is shown, knocked down, foul as it makes contact with the plate and does not advance, so that's going to be a foul ball. So 0-1 to count on the batter, Dion Lopez. Bunt, back to the pitcher. Gomez first, off the bag is the first baseman. Garcia makes her way to third and is in there safely. And Lopez smartly makes her way to second. So some great running, some great hustle by the Lady Wildcats with 2 outs here in the bottom of the third. Runners at second and third. And that'll bring up the right fielder, Ambrosio Peña. Outside for ball one. Outside, ball two. That one catches the inside corner for strike one. 2 balls and a strike on the batter, Pena. 2 outs here in the bottom of the third. Lady Wildcats up 4-3. That one hits the batter, so she'll be awarded first base. So the bases are now loaded with 2 outs. And that'll bring up Mia Silva. Garcia at third. Lopez at second. Pena at first. Silva at the plate. 2 outs here in the bottom of the third. Swung on right back to the pitcher. Gomez picks it up, fires the first for out number 3. And that will retire the side. Lady Wildcats send 1 across to regain the lead. 4-3. We head to the 4th. We'll be right back right here on K-West.
Before Harlan Block raised the flag over Iwo Jima, he was a student at Weslaco ISD. There he played for the Panthers, won a championship, and learned some of the leadership skills he and 7 other students used while serving in the Marines. Weslaco ISD is home to some of the most prominent graduates in the Rio Grande Valley. For war hero Harlan Block, Weslaco ISD was the right choice.
Top of the 4th inning is where we are at. Lady Wildcats up 4-3. First pitch swung on, knocked down to the shortstop Silva. And the leadoff runner is aboard for the Lady Jackets.
Up next to bat is number 8, Alexis Ramirez.
That'll bring up Alexis Ramirez. First pitch misses for ball 1. Swung on, fouled out of play, strike 1. 1 ball and a strike on the batter, Ramirez. Ramirez calls time. They give it to her. She steps out, looks at her cue card. Back in the box. 1-1 is the count. 1 ball, 1 strike. That one misses inside for ball 2. Rain's starting to fall a little harder here at Weslaco East High School. Wind picking up. Ramirez showing bunt. Swung on and missed. Strike 2. Count is even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Umbrellas starting to make their way out here at the ballpark. So here comes the 2-2. Swung on, fouled back out of play. Nice grab there by our administration here at the ballpark. So the count remains 2 balls and 2 strikes to the batter Ramirez. Swung on, little dribbler to the third baseman, Silva. They're going to say it's a foul ball off her foot. So the count stays even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. That one is in there for called strike 3. So the first out is recorded here in the top of the 4th inning.
Up next to bat is number 9, Valerie Arellano.
And that'll bring up the leadoff batter, Valerie Arellano. Arellano's 1 for 2 tonight. Doubled and scored her last time up. Swung on. This one gets between the third baseman and the shortstop out to left field and quickly thrown back into play by Cabrera to keep the runners at first and second. That'll bring up the pitcher, Ocean Gomez. Gomez is 0 for 2 tonight. She struck out and she flew out to second base. Shows bunt, puts it down. That one rolls out of play. I mean, out of the fair area into foul area. So strike 1 on the batter, Ocean Gomez. As the rain continues to fall, we see some of the fans making their exits out of the ballpark. Swing and a miss for strike 2. Swung on, fouled out of play down the right side of the field. Count remains 0-2.
Please return all foul balls to the home side dugout.
Bat hit down to second base. Stopped by Lariaga. Tries to go to second. Cannot be secured by Garcia. And Josie Alvarado will come across and score. So a great play by Arriaga to stop it and actually get it to second base, but Garcia just wasn't ready for it. So everybody's safe. 1 out here in the 4th. Runners at second and at first, and that's going to bring up the catcher, Samantha Saenz. First pitch in there for strike one. Valerie Arellano caught in no man's land and really looked like a deer caught in the headlights as the catcher Casares looked her way, went right back to Cabrera. Cabrera looked her way and noticed that Arellano wasn't moving. So then they went into the attack, and Arellano had no place to go but to third, and they caught her. So that's out number two. Great play there by the Wildcats. So Arellano caught in the bases. Runner advances to second. Base hit by Signs will score another run for the Jackets. So once again, we're knotted up in this ball game, this time at 4.
Batting up next for the Lady Jackets is number 3, Michaela Garcia.
And as the throw came to the plate, Signs runs to second and is in there standing. And that'll bring up the designated hitter, Michaela Garcia. Garcia has a double and a walk today. We've got a courtesy runner coming out for Signs. So first pitch is in there for strike one. Swung on, hit deep to right field, and that one makes its way to the fence. One run will come across. Garcia trying to make it to second. Caught. Throw is into Garcia, and she'll go around and tag Garcia for out number 3. But the Lady Yellow Jackets scored 2, and now they are up by a score of 5-4. We head to the bottom of the 4th. It is 5-4 Lady Yellow Jackets on top of your Lady Wildcats. Melissa Cabrera is 0 for 2 tonight, grounded out to the second baseman her first time up, struck out her second time up. So let's see if what she can do her third time up at the plate tonight. Gomez still in the circle for the Lady Yellow Jackets. First pitch misses outside for ball 1. That one catches the outside corner for strike 1. Count is 1 ball and a strike on the pitcher, Melissa Cabrera. Outside, ball 2. Looks like the rain has slowed down a little bit, but it's still drizzling here at the ballpark. Swung on right to the third baseman, picked up and fired to first for out number 1. A great job there by Flores to snag that one on one hop and fire it to Zumbillo for out number 1.
16, Nana Cabrera.
So that's going to bring up the left fielder, Ariana Cabrera. Cabrera 0 for 1 tonight. Grounded out to the pitcher. She walked her first time up and scored. And watches the first pitch go by inside for ball 1. That one is outside for ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes on the batter, Cabrera. In there for strike 1. 2 balls and a strike. On the batter, Ariana Cabrera. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. Count is even. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Swung on, fouled down the third base side of the field. Count remains 2 balls and 2 strikes. Gomez wants the ball exchange as that one was fouled down the third base side of the field, but caught a lot of the grass in foul territory, so came back probably pretty wet, as we've mentioned. Rain's been coming down here tonight the last 2 innings. Swung on, this one right at the second baseman. Gonzalez picks it up, fires it to first for out number 2.
Stepping up to the plate for the Lady Wildcats is number 4, Piper Casares.
That'll bring up the catcher, J.Z. Casares. That one misses outside for ball 1. Swung on, fouled out of play, strike 1. 1 ball and 1 strike on the batter, the catcher, J.Z. Casares. Outside, ball 2. Signs wants talk things over with her pitcher, Gomez. Casares will go have a few words with Coach Vasquez. Signs comes back. Casares comes back. They said she did go around, so that's strike two. Count is now 2 balls, 2 strikes on Cáceres. Swung on down to the second baseman. Once again, a great grab there by Gonzalez. Fires over to Zumbillo for out number 3. No runs, no hits, no errors. We've played 4 here at Weslaco East Softball Stadium, and it's the Lady Jackets 6, the Lady Wildcats 4.
Before Clarissa Renteria was a dentist, she was a student at Weslaco ISD. She was a cheerleader, played softball, and started college early through the dual enrollment program. She graduated from UTPA before earning her degree from the University of Texas School of Dentistry in Houston. Now she is Dr. Renteria, creating beautiful smiles at Professional Dental Group. Weslaco ISD is home to some of the most prestigious graduates in the Rio Grande Valley. For Dr. Clarissa Renteria, WISD was the right choice.
Being the 5th inning, Lady Jackets up 6-4. Destiny Munoz will come to the plate. She'll face Melissa Cabrera for the 3rd time tonight. 1 for 2 is Munoz. Grounded out to the pitcher her first time up. Single to left fielder 2nd time up. Swings at the first one, strike 1. That one is high for ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike on the batter Munoz. Swung on between the 3rd and shortstop. It heads out to left field. Brought in quickly, and Munoz with a leadoff single here in the 5th.
Next up to bat is number 14, Kaylee Gonzalez.
I'll bring up Kaylee Gonzalez. Kaylee's 0 for 2 tonight. A ground out to second base and a fly out to center field. Shows bunt. Not get the bat back on time, so that's strike 1. Swung on, fouled back, out of play for strike 2. Rain begins to make its presence a little stronger here in the 5th inning. Swung on, fouled into the Wildcat dugout. Bounces out. Balls are exchanged again. As we said earlier, if it rolls around in the grass, it's going to be wet, so they're going to swap those out. That one also fouled down the third base side of the field. Count remains 0-2. So here comes the 0-2. Inside for ball one. Swung on, picked up by Silva. She'll go to first, and that one's in there on time for out number one. So good job there by Silva, firing it to Bautista to get the shore out. Munoz advances to second. That'll bring up Sara Zumbillo. Zumbillo showing bunt. Looks at the first pitch for strike one. Swung on, this one into left field. One hopper in front of Cabrera, and she'll bring it in quickly. Runner will stay at third, so Zumbillo in at first with a single.
Up next to bat is number 11, Josie Alvarado.
That'll bring up Josie Alvarado. One out here in the fifth. Runners at the corner. Lady Jackets up 6-4. Shows bunt, brings it back. Runner goes to second. So you got Munoz at third, Zumbillo at second, Alvarado at the plate, one out. Swung on right back at the pitcher. Looks the runner back, goes to first for another out. So there's going to be two outs here in the fifth inning. So a great job by Cabrera to look Munoz back. Fires it to first to get Alvarado. Ensures that no runs come across. That's going to bring up Alexis Ramirez. Ramirez is 0 for 2 tonight. Has struck out twice. Looks at the first pitch for strike one. Swung on, fouled back. Cabrera gets ahead of the count, 0-2. Swung on. Gets by Lariaga. One run will score. Here comes run number two. 2 runs will score. So Munoz and Zumbillo score to make the score now 8-4. So Coach Vasquez calls timeout. And it looks like we'll have a pitching change. So we'll take a timeout as well. You're enjoying Lady Wildcat softball right here on K-West.
Before Rene Hinojosa became a business executive, he was a student at Weslaco ISD. He participated in UIL academics, designed the original Wildcats logo, was an all-state academic middle linebacker. He then played for the Longhorns, graduating with a business degree from UT. Now he's the Director of Strategic Development at Doctors Hospital at Renaissance. Weslaco ISD is home to some of the most prestigious graduates in the Rio Grande Valley. For Rene Hinojosa, WISD was the right choice.
A pitching change for the Lady Wildcats. Ariana Cabrera now in the circle for the Lady Wildcats. Lady Jackets send to the plate, top of the order, Valerie Ariano. First pitch misses for ball one. That one catches the inside corner for strike one. 1 ball and 1 strike on the batter, Ariano. That one misses for ball two. In the dirt, ball three. So 3 balls and a strike on the batter, Ariano. And we're going to see a lot of that happening the rest of the way. The switching of softballs as the rain continues to fall here tonight. There are 2 outs here in the top of the 5th. Runner at first. Ariano at the plate. And she'll be given a free pass to first as that one misses for ball number 4. That'll bring up the pitcher, Ocean Gomez. Swung on. This one is fly ball in the infield. Bautista calls everybody off, but a heads-up play there by Ramirez, understanding that there is 2 outs, but it's an infield fly rule in effect there, so no runs come across. So we head to the bottom of the 5th, and the score is 8-4. We head to the bottom of the 5th. We have a correction in the previous inning. There was no infield fly in play, so the run does count. The out was recorded at third base. So the score is now the Lady Yellow Jackets 9, your Lady Wildcats 4. So the Lady Wildcats send to the plate Bautista, Lopez, and Garcia here in the 5th. Gomez still on the mound or in the circle for the Lady Jackets. First pitch is taken for strike one. This one is a ground ball back to Gomez. She'll fire to first for out number one. So that's going to bring up Ariel Lopez. Lopez is 1 for 2 tonight. A single and a strikeout. Swings at the first one, misses for strike one. That pitch misses outside for ball one. 1 ball, 1 strike on the batter, Lopez. Fly ball. Second baseman gets under it. Makes the grab for out number 2. So a good grab there by Gonzalez to register out number 2. And that'll bring up the shortstop, Ashley Garcia. High for ball one. Swung on, fouled back, strike one. 1 ball, 1 strike on the shortstop, Ashley Garcia. Outside, ball 2. 2-1 to count on Garcia. Fouled down the third base side of the field. Count remains 2 balls and 2 strikes. Misses high. Count is now full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Ball 4. So Garcia's aboard with 2 outs here in the 5th. And that's going to bring up Dion Lopez. Dion is 1 for 2 tonight. Struck out her first time out. Singled her second time up at bat. That one is hit to the first baseman, picked up on a one hop there by Zumbillo, and that is out number 3. We've played 5 here at Weslaco East softball field, and at the end of 5, it's the Lady Yellow Jackets 9, your Lady Wildcats 4.
Before Christine McCleary was a physical therapist, she was an honor student at Weslaco ISD, played sports, and was a cheerleader. She graduated from Ohio State University, then physical therapy school at Texas State University. Now she is Dr. Christine McCleary at Triumph Therapy and part of the clinical faculty at UTRGV School of Medicine. Weslaco ISD is home to some of the most prestigious graduates in the Rio Grande Valley. For Christine McCleary, WISD was the right choice.
We head to the 6th inning. Lady Yellow Jackets up by a score of 9-4. And leading it off for the Yellow Jackets here in the 6th inning is Samantha Sines, the catcher. Quick timeout called on the field. So play will resume. First pitch taken outside for ball 1. Second pitch misses outside for ball 2. Outside, ball 3. That one is in there for a called strike 1. Sines wasn't really happy with the call, but nonetheless, she's got to make her way back to the batter's box. 3 balls and a strike to Sines. Swung on in the gap between the third and the shortstop. And that's another base hit for the Lady Jackets. And that'll bring up Michaela Garcia. First pitch is in there for strike 1. That one back to the pitcher to Garcia for out number 1. Trying to turn 2, not able to do it. But nonetheless, they do get the lead runner. And there is 1 out here in the 6th inning. That'll bring up Destiny Munoz. Destiny playing shortstop for the Yellow Jackets. Off-speed pitch, strike one. Little high for ball one. 1 ball and a 1 strike on the batter, Destiny Munoz. That one swung on, popped up, shortstop under it, grabs it for out number 2. Looks like there was a defensive move there.
Next to bat is number 14, Katie Gonzalez.
As Ashley Garcia has gone to left. And looks like Mia Silva's at shortstop. In the dirt, ball one. Outside, ball two. Swung on, fouled back, strike one. Swung on and missed for strike two. Runner's gonna advance. They're gonna send her back as they say she fouled that one back. In the dirt, count is now full at 3 balls and 2 strikes. Swing and a miss, strike 3. That is 3 outs. So we'll head to the bottom of the 6th inning. And it is the Lady Jackets 9, Lady Wildcats 4.
Before Harlan Block raised the flag over Iwo Jima, he was a student at Weslaco ISD. There he played for the Panthers, won a championship, and learned some of the leadership skills he and 7 other students used while serving in the Marines. Weslaco ISD is home to some of the most prominent graduates in the Rio Grande Valley. For war hero Harlan Block, Weslaco ISD was the right choice.
And the game is a final score here tonight from Weslaco East Softball Complex. It is the Yellow Jackets of Edcouch Elsa 9, your Lady Wildcats 4. Want to thank Mike Palacios and Vinny Berry for all their great work. And, of course, standing out here in the rain alongside me. It's getting cold, we're getting wet, but once again, it is final. Lady Jackets 9, Lady Wildcats 4. We'll see you next time right here on KOS.